what we want to do by bringing you here in an area where there is actually nothing to see is for you to connect the dots of the different part of the puzzle that Better Globe Forestry has become. This area here will be the place where the processing will be. Now we don't process, but that is where it will come. We will have the office that is now at Kamburu that will be here. We will have the sawmill, which we want to initiate next year. We will have the processing, and we will have some trial areas. And of course, I forgot the in vitro laboratory. So all essential pieces of the Better Globe Forestry organization. The land belongs to Kengen. And we have been in discussions with Kengens for a very long time to get this land. And right now we went to the stage that we have a memorandum of understanding. So this is very serious because Kengen is part of the government. So it is very serious. The only thing that has held us back this year, because we wanted to start this year, is that this land is protected land. It should not have activities because it is part of the protection of the lake. So there has to be a change of land use. Land use meaning that the government has to say it is agreeable that the land is used to do something else. And that is in the process. But this year is an election year and the process is very slow. Nothing we can do to that. So that is why you're here. So you have seen that is the road for Kamburu. We are not very far from Kamburu. You see that the road is very good. You see there is electricity. You see there is water. And Kengen is a very serious player in the Kenyan society. So we are very good. It is only that we hope next time you come that we have something to show on the ground. Then now I will leave the word to Jan, who will explain a little bit more technically how the land will be used, what will come here exactly.
This is Lake Kamburu. There is 5 of these artificial dams on the River Tana. This is the biggest river of Kenya. And the last one is Kamburu, where we have been yesterday. Yeah? All the land is protected land. That's why there is no fields, no houses there. Yeah? With Kengen, we are in a long-term partnership. Firstly, with Kengen, we have the GIC, which is the Green Initiative Challenge, which is the program of planting woodlots with 1,000 schools over a period of 10 years. We're in year number 3 now, so we have now something like 300 schools. We give Kengen the technical backup, tree species, training and so on. We also pay field staff. We have 2 agents that are permanently working in partnership with Kengen. And this is quite a success. You understand the link? The schools are in the same area as our farmers. So the children learn how to plant trees, the children talk to their parents about trees, the parents want to get in our program. Yeah. Number 2, we have this concrete lease that is in the process, as Jean-Paul explained, of 40 hectares. 7 hectares will be a big nursery. We call it in vitro multiplication facility. So we have an in vitro lab. Then we have some tunnels or greenhouses, and then we have a hardening off facility. And this is an area of 7 hectares, which is largely sufficient for having a nursery capacity of over 3 million seedlings a year. This is in an advanced stage. Next year we will start the production of the lab. We do this in cooperation with specialists of Nairobi University, KEFRI and the University of Ghent in Belgium. The cloning process has as its main reason the uniformity of production of trees. and the cloning of superior material that we will get from KEFRI, the Kenya Forest Research Institute, that has this as a result of well, actually, I started this myself in the year 2002 with Belgian funding, collection of germplasm of superior trees. Then it was taken over by the Japanese when Belgium pulled out of Kenya because of several things. And now they have finalized the establishment of truly good quality seed orchards for Kenya, where we have access through our memorandum of understanding with KEFRI. So these are the partners in this. Then apart from these 7 hectares, roughly we have a big area, if you want 10-15 hectares for a sawmill, including a log yard. And then the remainder is for plants, like a furniture plant, like a parquet plant. And we have everything there, the space available to make it all available for shipping abroad. This is a very good area because it is straight in the center of Eastern Province, and we will also put our regional field office here for the whole area. And the whole area starts with the lake upstream, this lake, which is called Lake Masinga, and from Lake Masinga, which is also a protected area like this one, up to Kamuwongo, as the crow flies, you have 150 kilometers. So, without exaggerating, extending our farmers program, we're counting here on something like at least 30,000 farmers that will get into contract with us in the next years. Yeah, and this 30,000 farmers easily translates in 4.5 to 5 million tree seedlings. And after that, there is still more extension to do in other areas. It's also a very good area because we have access to water, we have access to power. You see the big power lines from the hydro stations that are here. And we have on top of that security. As you can see, this is the sign of the Kenya police, the Kamburu police post. So also we have here a rich choice. There is 3 companies that run fiber optic cables in this area. This was not in the program. So even for communication, it will be easy to have good access with our head office in Nairobi. So this is giving you actually a glimpse into the strategy of the years to come for Better Globe Forestry. And then I said 3 agreements with Kengen, and the third one is that we're also on track for leasing land of Kengen around these lakes. So, Kengen and Better Globe Forestry, the GIC, this 40 hectares, and then a big number of hectares around all these lakes, just the way that we are now planting around Lake Kamburu.
Actually, they want a boundary plantation also.
Yeah, well, there it starts. And part of that land, for instance, is there. You see this area there on the upper side. They immediately want us to put a boundary plantation. So that's it. That is some of the thinking we have to do before we start working on the ground. And even if we cannot show any single mukau tree here, trust me, we have been putting a lot of work into all the preparations in meetings with Kengen and in offices and going inside this thing to fix the boundaries. These 40 hectares have completely been fixed. We have their surveyor, the Kengen surveyor, has gone with me on the grounds. We have gone to the boundaries of what we want, all these things.
We have an architect Actually, the in vitro lab has already been designed. Everything is ready, actually.
Yeah. And Rino, we're going to start the in vitro right here.
That's what we got to do.
Okay, fine.